Hello everyone, welcome to the class. In this class I am going to take questions of simple interest which can be solved with the help of alligation rule. So alligation rule can be conveniently applied to the questions of simple interest, and this will also save your time. Right, so let's start with the question number 1 that says a man borrowed rupees 24,000 from two money lenders. For one loan he paid 15% per annum simple interest, and for the other 18% per annum simple interest. At the end of 1 year he paid rupees 4050. How much did he borrow at the rate of 18%? Right, the situation is he is borrowing from two different money lenders. So in order to apply the alligation rule, first you should know what is the average interest rate paid on this whole money. So that we can find out. So this money is 24,000 and the interest paid is 4050. So this is the interest, simple interest paid on the whole sum 4050. So here we can calculate the average interest rate for this whole money. Okay, so I am just writing here 24,000 multiplied by R by 100. R is the interest rate that we have assumed, that is 4050. Interest is equal to principal multiplied by rate of interest divided by 100. So this will give me rate of interest is equal to 4050 multiplied by 100 and divide this by 24,000. So this will cancel out, this will also cancel out, and it will be 405 by 24 or 135 by 8, or further I can write this is 16 whole 7 by 8%. 16 whole 7 by 8%. So this is the average interest rate for the whole money what he has borrowed from two different money lenders. So now we can apply the alligation rule, and in order to apply the alligation rule, what we have to do, that we have to write those two parts separately in this fashion. So part 1 and part 2. So part 1 is borrowed at the rate of 15%, and the part 2 is 18%. So here I have written rate of interest at which he has borrowed the money, and then the average we have already calculated on the whole money, which is 16 whole 7 by 8%. That has to be written in the middle, and then here you will write x is to y, that the ratio in which he has divided this money. So here I have written the ratio. Okay, so once you write in this way, and then you can apply the alligation rule. So this is an important point that you have to notice, and then we can apply the alligation rule. X by y or x is to y, you go in the direction of x here and notice this difference. So this difference is 18 minus 16 whole 7 by 8 divided by, you go in the direction of y and notice this difference. So this difference is 16 whole 7 by 8 minus 15. Okay, so 18 minus 16 whole 7 by 8, that is 1 whole 1 by 8 and divided by 1 whole 7 by 8. So further this can be written as 9 by 8, this is 9 by 8 multiplied by 8 by 15. Okay, so this will give me 9 by 15, or further this can be simplified as 3 by 5. So that means the money has to be divided in the ratio 3 by 5 or 3 is to 5. But in this question we have to find out how much did he borrow at the rate of 18%. So we have already got this ratio that 3:5 he has to divide. So the money he has borrowed at 18% is this part, the part 5 by 8 total, and multiply this by the whole money, 24,000. So that will give me 15,000. So 15,000 is borrowed at 18%, and remaining money is borrowed at 15%, right? So option C is correct. Let's take the next question that says rupees 1500 is divided into two parts, such that if one part is invested at 6% and the other at 5%, the whole annual interest from both the sum is rupees 85. How much was invested at 5%? So again we have a similar situation as we see in the previous question, right? So in order to apply the alligation rule, first we should know the rate of interest on the whole money. Okay, then we can calculate that with the help of simple interest formula, which is 85 is the total interest, is equal to 1500 multiplied by, say, R is the rate of interest, divided by 100. So this will give me R is equal to 85 divided by 15, or further this can be written as 17 by 3, or 5 whole 2 by 3%. So we got the average rate of interest. Now we can apply the alligation rule. So the money is divided into two parts. So part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is at 6%, okay, and part 2 is at 5%. So here I am writing rate at which the money is invested, and on the whole we have got 5 whole 2 by 3%, and then this ratio x is to y we can calculate. So this is the ratio in which the money has been divided. Okay, so now we can apply the alligation rule. So we can write x by y is equal to, you go in the direction of x this way and write the difference, which is 5 whole 2 by 3 minus 5 divided by, go in the direction of y and write this difference, which is 6 minus 5 whole 2 by 3. So this can be further written as, this is 2 by 3 divided by 1 by 3, or I can write 2 by 3 into 3 by 1, or 2 by 1. So we got this ratio, that means the money has to be divided in the ratio 2:1. So the question is, how much was invested at 5%? So this can be calculated. Money invested at 5%, that means this part can be calculated further. So this part is 1, because the ratio we got is 2:1. So 1 divided by 2 plus 1, that means 3 multiplied with the whole money, which is 1500. So that is 500. So that means 500 rupees is invested at 5%. So option A is correct. Let's take the next question that says a person invests some money in two banks in the ratio 7:5. The rate of simple interest on first investment is 17%, but overall annual interest on total investment is 19.5%. Find his total investment if interest gained by second investment is rupees 460. Okay, so the situation is he invests in two banks and the ratio is given, and the rate of interest on first investment is given, and average rate of total investment is also given. So you can apply the alligation rule. Here I am writing 17%, which is the rate at which it is invested in one of the bank, right? And for the second bank we do not know, so that has to be calculated, say R2%. And overall annual interest on total investment, that has to be written in the middle, so 19.5%. okay. And then the investment ratio is also given, so that is 7:5. so we can apply the alligation rule. Okay, here the ratio is given. Okay, so with this we can calculate R2. Okay, so 7/5, I am applying alligation rule. 7/5 is equal to, go in the direction of 7, so that will be R2 minus 19.5 divided by 19.5 minus 17. So that can be further written as R2 minus 19.5 is equal to 2.5 multiplied by 7/5, which is 3.5. So that will give me R2 is equal to 23%. So we got the rate of interest with the second bank as 23%. Now the situation is that find his total investment if interest gained by second investment is rupees 460. Okay, so this we know, this is given in the question. So that means this 460 interest is equal to say this second investment, say 5x total. If the total investment is 7 plus 5, 12x, so out of 12x or out of 12, this 5x is the second investment. Okay, this multiplied by 23/100. So this is something that you need to understand why I am writing this. For simple interest formula has been applied here. 460 is equal to 5x multiplied by 23/100. So that will give me this 5x, this part, this investment 5x is equal to 460 multiplied by 100 divided by 23. Okay, so further I can write it or simplify it 2000. This is 2000. Okay, so this is 2000, 5x, and you have to calculate 12x. So 5x is 2000, 5x, this is 2000. So the total investment which is 12x is how much? 2000 divided by 5 multiplied by 12. Okay, so that will give you 4800. So 4800 is the total investment, and option A is correct. So we have seen in this video the questions which are based on alligation rule to the simple interest topic. Subscribe to the channel for more aptitude questions.